How's it going, everybody? It's Dean here from Our Gaming, and right off the bat of our last 7-1 win, we're going to jump into another core set 2021 draft, Premier draft that is, and yeah, wish us luck. Let's go. Okay, let's see what we've got as our rare. We've got a Fable Passage. Not so good. Both not as a collectible because we've already got them all from the previous sets. And also not in terms of the draft itself, because it doesn't really do much for us. Invigorating Surge, Siege Striker, double strike. Whenever it attacks, you may tap any number of untapped creature you control. It gets +1 till the end of turn. Just tap that way. Could be fine. Fire Emulator though. Sacrifice. When the sacrifice it deals its damage equal to the number of creature or planeswalker. Suggestion Force. This is a really bad pack. Really bad pack. Devils, doing dies, deal 3 damage to any target. It's expensive though at 5 mana. Yeah, very disappointed. Gonna have to go with the Heartfire Emulator and let's see where we go. Maybe we can get there with the Prowess deck. It's something we haven't quite done yet. So, another really bad rare, which is why it came back around. Unleash Fury, double the power of type creature until the end of turn. Not too bad. Skeleton Archer, I've always liked this card. I thought it has been really strong. The Pteranodon is fine. Again, not an excellent pack. I mean, the best card in it is the Cattail Freebooter. It's an early drop that you can get something key out of your opponent's hand. It's got that evasion in terms of having the flying. Is it better than Skeleton Archer? I think so. What's this one? Lifelink, pay 5 and he gets +3/+3 to the end of turn. Yikes. Freebooter. We need to be doing better here. We really do need to be doing better. Okay, so there's a Grasp of Darkness and a Finishing Blow. Both fine cards. I don't know what I like more. I mean, this is slightly better, and it's only 2 mana, right? It is 2 black mana though. What's this? Enters battlefield with a soul counter on it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each soul counter. Whenever equipped creature dies, put a soul counter on it. I mean, that's quite nice and powerful as well. And this can just be a counter distributor. Okay, so I'm gonna, even though white looks very open, I'm gonna be taking Grasp of Darkness. I think as an early removal spell. It is instant speed as well. Let's remember. Okay, so. We've got the Augur. Power equal to the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. Now, when it enters the battlefield, discard up to 2 cards, and then draw that many cards. Mind Rot is great. Furted Imp, though, gains Death Touch until the end of the turn. It's very powerful. Is it as good as the Augur? I mean, we might not be in that Prowess deck. We don't know if we're playing red, and because of that, I'm going to take the Imp. Solidarity, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Interesting. Okay, so now this is interesting because there's no real black or red that we're really that interested in. If it was to go blue and kind of work with the Prowess triggers, we would have the Singer. And then there's just a couple of creatures here in green. I mean, green black is fine. But let's take the Singer. It's probably the better card out of everything that we have at the minute, and then we can kind of reassess. As we said, we're not necessarily playing red. Pitchburn Devils. When it dies, deals 3 damage to any. Okay, so that is there. Draw 2 cards. Opponent discards 2 cards. Each player loses 2 life. Okay, so card draw and flying in blue. Or we just kind of go deep on this red. I mean, when it dies, deal 3 damage to a target. I mean, so it's not non-significant, right? Grab it. Let's grab it and see. Okay, so having done that, we're now faced with this option that we could have the blue card draws here. Are we desperately in black? We don't know. We don't know if we're in black. RS. Black blue flyers. Red just seems quite mediocre in all fairness. I mean, let's go for this. Okay. A second one. which I think is kind of stronger than this Brute, right? If we take the Brute, we are committed. I mean, the Brute's a fine card. It's not as good as this card draw, though, that the blue gives us. Okay, and the Proteage. Draw a card, discard a card. I mean, we kind of are there. Right. Red looks weak. Pick up a cancel. Frantic inventory. Okay. Mind rot. Blue black spells. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's see where we go. I mean, is blue black spells even an archetype? Blue black flyers. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see where we go. Yikes. Do we know anyone that we are drafting with? Gooder than you. Gooder than. That triggers the academic in me so badly. Yeah. Okay, so where are we next? Where are we next? Track down. Burn bright. Well, eliminate. Visionary. Massacre worm. Good. What do we do? What do we do? I mean, obviously, I think we snap take it, right? When it enters the battlefield, creatures your opponent controls get -2, -2 until the end of turn. So it's basically a board wipe potentially. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, that player loses 2 life. I mean, yeah, it's excellent. Right, so black for me seems to be where we want to be. Left bloom valid, so when it dies, you create a sapling token. It's 3 power. This you may sacrifice a creature or discard a card if you do draw a card. I mean, both of these are reasonable. I think, though, I'm going to take the Valid just because it gives us that extra body. We are passing the Sovereign and the Lurker. Not too sure on Garrick's Uprising yet. I'll have to play with it a little bit more. Okay. So we're definitely in black, right? Obsessive Stitcher. Sacrifice it, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, that's really good. But is it as good as greatest power amongst creatures in your graveyard? That's good. Is it as good as the finishing blow? And I don't think it is, because I think although we'd love to have this card, it might wheel just because someone else has to be in Demir, right? So we take the finishing blow, because it is excellent removal. Second finishing blow, second grasp of darkness. Yikes. I mean, whew. Doesn't really matter, I think. I mean, did he even come back round last time? No, I'm gonna take the cheaper cards. Skeleton Archer, Capture Sphere. I mean, we can't be doing that well for creatures, right? 6 creatures. Cards, Capture Sphere is nice. Maybe I'm going to get this. I think we've got plenty of removal. I'm going to take the Skeleton Archer just for another creature, another 4-drop. We haven't actually got a 4-drop creature at the minute, so that's good. The good thing about the Massacre Worm is, even though it's 6 mana, it's not kind of excessively expensive. You know, it's a 6/5 body for 6 mana that's got quite a lot of upside if we can protect it. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so another creature here. We're not kind of drawing cards that much. Liliana's Steward. Sacrifice it, target opponent discards a card. Only do this when it's a sorcery time. Flash and pump. Cheap creature. Let's have it. Ooh. Sky Scanner draws us a card. Interesting. So I kind of would prefer to take this. But having said that, I think the card drawing black-blue is going to be better with the Sky Scanner. Also kind of meets in with the flyers that we've got kind of going. Like a couple of rousing reads. Interesting. So the deck's actually not shaping up too badly. Okay, got a steady influx of cards coming. Flame Tongue Carvu, nice. Let's see what we can get from here. Okay. Village Rites or Flyer Enabler. Okay, so Village Rites is quite weak in that we don't have that many creatures, although it's an excellent card draw. And as such, I'm just going to make sure we do have enough creatures, if that makes sense. Let's do another cancel, but we're not likely to play the cancel, in all honesty. I might not even play the first one. It's your kind of staple core set removal, and I don't kind of buy too well into that. The scarring, wait, that is draw a card. I mean, that's fine. We put it on a creature that Oppo wants to be targeting, so. Okay. We get the Spine Megalodon? Expensive. Expensive if we don't have too much ramp. We'll take this in case we get a Bomb Red, you know, some sort of really good removal spell that we might want for the late game. Some nice red rare cards as well. Okay. Village Rights, looks like we're taking one anyway. Yay. And Island. Ooh. Scavenging Ooze. Okay, Scavenging Ooze isn't really for us, sadly. This is one of the okay sanctums, which gains us kind of, it just kind of like drip draws Oppo if we get it out early enough. It's fine. It's definitely one of the better shrines. Indulgence, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, that could come in. I think because we're quite low on creatures, I think we're not really going to be trying to kill that many of them through that. Like Village Rights is probably something that we don't play. So, oh wow, another finishing blow. Cage Zombie. You know what? I'm just going to take the removal. I don't really care. I want as much removal as I possibly can. Another Rousing Read. We do need creatures on the battlefield though. So, Flashers. Basically, I mean, these are the kind of same card, right? In that they have a little bit of upside, but they are 2/1s at the end of the day. I think having the flash ability might be slightly better here. Frantic Infantry, I think, goes second Sanctum. Okay, Capture Sphere or Priest. Priest for some or the Proteas rather. I mean, we don't want a second Sanctum of the same one. We can't play 2 at a time. Capture Sphere just, I mean, 12 creatures. Do we just could we get there with spells? Is that something that's realistic? Maybe. Okay. Second Shrine. This draws us cards, so it does get through our deck a little bit faster. Maybe we have it. Why not? Ah, but here we go. A Skimmer's nice. It works in that Flyers again. Oh, wow. The Sanctum's coming around. I can't believe no one's had this. Just on the off chance that we do get a green splash, I don't think we... I mean, it's an excellent card. Such a really good card. How's that not gone? Interesting, in the last pack, somebody did pick up the Demir, what's it called? The Stitcher? Not the Stitcher. Was it? Yeah, the Stitcher. 3-mana Demir card. So somebody could be in our colours, or they could be splashing. But it's a weird splash, I must admit. Okay. Boomer Witch, keeping all the packs to themselves there. 24 cards, so we're kind of there. 13 creatures. Now, if we can pick up a couple more creatures, I would be kind of happy. Steward. Turn target spell or creature to its owner's hand. Frost Breath. Both decent cards. Let's take the cheaper one. Why not play Mind right here? It's never kind of overly excited me. I am enjoying the potential card draw though from the shrines. Grasp of Darkness, 2 finishing blows, Skeleton Archer, Massacre Worm. So we're essentially just trying to buy our time until we get into these big cards, and hopefully they okay. Nothing too good there. I might try and force a Shrines deck. You know, if we do ever open the 5-mana Shrine pack on pick 1. Something we could do. Here's another creature. It's too bad actually. It's not the worst card ever. Okay. Splash for white, but Splash for green, sorry, but white accompanies it. Tormod's Crypt, we said in our set review that's not really playable. Wall of Ruins is something that we could potentially sacrifice if we did go down that avenue. Another Proteage. Okay, another Wall of Ruins. Okay, so chat, I think we are there. Let's have a look at the deck. Here we go. So we only need to make a few cuts. I might start actually by cutting a land, you know, because most of our play is early doors. We've got some removal and some bigger cards, but we do have to kind of get into those. 15 and 11, so not all that bad. Sanctum. I mean, one of the cards I think I'll cut is the Cancel. If we put our instants to one side and our like artifacts, what do we actually have? Unsubstantiate, Blows, Sanctums, and the Rousing Reeds. So the Rousing Reeds help us with the card draw, which helps us to get into the better things. I mean, card draw is really important. The question is, do we need 2 of in exchange for getting rid of 1 creature here? You know, so like, what the question that we have to ask ourselves is a second Rousing Reed better than a second Blackguard? And I think the answer is yes. In fact, I'm quite positive the answer is yes. Especially because we've got, at the minute, 5 2-drops. So we can cut one of those. It does mean we go down to 14 creatures. We don't have that much recursion from the battle, from the graveyard, which is a shame. We did miss out on a couple of creatures. Village Rites, card draw. Card draw there. Rotting Mind doesn't do it for us. However, having said that, we are able to kind of protect ourselves and look after the board. There's also a Capture Sphere there as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so I'm actually quite happy about this. We'll go for Dimir Control. I think maybe 4-3. I don't think it's going to be excessively powerful, but let's have a couple of goes. Let's see what this deck does and whether or not it's something that we can take forward into further drafts in terms of this archetype. And I will see you in the games. Okay, so before we go any further, I just want to give a huge shout out and a massive thanks to everybody over at twitch.tv who watches us and supports the channel day in, day out. Your commitment to the channel is overwhelming. And so if you're not already a member or a subscriber, consider heading over there and watching the channel and watching us draft live. Moreover, if you're willing and able to do so, consider supporting the channel via Patreon, whereby you can help to give back something to the community and also unlock some cool hidden rewards along the way. But without further ado, wish us luck and I'll see you in the games. Okay, so game 1, we're against Contextual Model. Cool name. I kind of like this because even though we've got this big card here, we are on the play and we have a turn 2 Shrine, which can be really key as it starts to deal that incremental damage, puts Hopper on like a 20-turn clock. So I'm going to keep. And we're going to play out the Sanctum. Hopefully we'll draw into a 3-drop. I mean, we've got 4 2-drops and what, 3 or 4 3-drops? So we do have the abilities there. Shock? Has Oppo got Shock? Oppo's got Shock, I think. Okay, so they could be playing a Prowess deck. Ooh. Sadly, we didn't get into a 3-drop or a 2-drop. But we do have the mana for our Tide Skimmer, which importantly does negate around any shocks from Oppo. More and more land going here. Not exactly what we want to see. But we're just 1 land short of the Megalodon now to have everything in our hands. So, Turret Ogre? Yikes. Okay. It has got reach, remember. Okay, so. The Rousing Reed could do it, but I think if Oppo's going to be playing this next turn, realistically, we want to kind of finishing blow this and just start to get that damage in. Remember, they would do 2 damage to us if they were to play that on top. So let's get that done there. They've kind of got to play this or they lose it, which is one of the disadvantages of Furious Rise. Okay, Prismite. Wow. We literally are getting all of the mana, aren't we? We go for the trade? I mean, I think we do draw with it. Discard a card. Interesting. Betted him. Pyrus trigger. I mean, the Pyrus trigger gets the... Either way, right? Either way, we lose the to the shock, which they 100% have in their hand. And because of that, I mean, maybe the Fetid Imp. I think so. Okay. So I'm gonna actually attack in here. Force them to use their ogre as a blocker. They didn't. Fetid Imp. To which they will respond with the shock. We know they've got the shock in their hand. Nice. Okay. Oppo's down to 11, remember. We get to ping them once each turn. Twice if we get the other shrine down. Oppo with their 6th mana. Art Fire Emulator. Okay, so it's got Prowess. Prismite. Doesn't activate it. Oppo gets in for 4 there. I'm just mucked. Okay. Land. Now, Second Sanctum is awesome. However, I think I need to push forward here and get down this big creature. Hopefully, Oppo doesn't have a... oh, it doesn't matter. Actually. He's got hexproof, which is awesome. If Oppo attacks him, we need to really consider what our blocks would be. Scorching Dragonfire gives that the Prowess trigger. They could sacrifice it and kill it. Wow. That's quite a commitment actually, right? Sentinel. Now they're not going to attack him presumably. Sure. Oh. Deal damage, gain a life. Only if a creature died this turn. Interesting. Now, part of me wants to attack him. Part of me wants to attack him. Because they kind of have to block with something, right? Then the only way to kill it is for them to block with all 3, which they're not going to do. So this would die. I would get to Scry though, right? I think I'm actually going to do that. I think this Scry is going to be really important. We are at 22 life, so we can give Oppo a kind of a free hit there as well. And we will be drawing 2 cards next turn as well. Really? Wow. I wasn't expecting that. In which case, I'm going to get rid of these 2. Dings me. Nice. Oppo's on a 3-turn clock. We take 4. No blocks. Land or Waker of Waves. Wow, nice. Other creatures get -1. Capture Sphere. Got 2 cards. 100% we're drawing 2 cards. Discard a card. In all honesty, it's probably the freebooter. So I'm going to attach this onto here. Draw more. Discard a card. Oppo scoops. Things we love to see. Things we love to see. And that's game 1. Catch us for game 2. Okay. Game 2. We're against somebody who's mythic ranked 800. Demid. Or Demi Dracolich? Fantastic name. Now this is a tricky one. Oppo goes first. We do get an early Sanctum, which will put the pressure on. And we could draw into something. I mean, we've got so many 2 and 3 drops. This is going to be a test for the deck. So I'm actually going to keep Second Sanctum in hand, by the way. Oppo with a 1-drop, really? It's Opt, though, that's fine. One on the top, okay. Black mana, so we are getting there. Evil Doggy. Right. Will this stick? Let's hope. Maybe not. It does. It does. Frantic Inventory. So Oppo's on that kind of prowess card draw synergies. Fire Emulator. Okay. So. Creature or Planeswalker. I mean, we can do this at instant speed, so I think I'm going to pass. We'll see if there's anything kind of slightly better, more... interesting. I mean, we do have a Capture Sphere next turn, so... And we have got lots of removal, so I think I will embark on this now. I want to try and preserve as much life as possible. No 4-drop from Oppo. That's really interesting and quite surprising. They could have something that flashes in. But I think I'm going to go for the Sanctum. So this means that we're going to be drawing 3 cards a turn. So we're going to be churning for our deck. Okay, Goblin Wizardry. Interesting. Massacre Worm deals with... Wow, with another one? Nice. That's actually awesome there. Okay, so we gain life. We draw a couple of cards. Discard a card. I think we're going to be discarding... So we want kind of a 2 and a 3 drop, right? So 2 and a 3 drop here. Maybe the Rousing Reed. It does give card draw, but we are getting plenty of it, right? I'm going to do that. I'm going to play this down and play out a Keen Glide Master and also a Death Bloom Phalid. Massacre Worm next turn would be excellent, and I mean this is why it's really important that we... Okay, so Shock. Wow. I mean this is going to be bad beats for us, but what can we do? What can we do? Yikes. We take 9 there. 100% we have to do this. I think we can drop a island. So we play this island and we hit the Massacre Worm. Churning through all of their creatures. Great animation. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whenever a creature's opponent dies, they lose 2 life? Yikes. I didn't even think about that interaction at the start. Proteage. Draw 2 cards, yes. Sack the black mana off. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go for the... I mean, they could activate this, right? They probably will activate it, in all honesty. But that's fine. I'm going to go for the Grasp of Darkness. Try and finish off the game here. They activate. They try and get into something. If it's something that flashes, we have the Capture Sphere. Oppo scoops. Boom. Massacre Worm. What a fantastic card that is. Next round. Okay. Round 3, we're against Hermes. Now, we've played against Hermes a few times. I'm not entirely sure what our win-loss record is. So this is the first time that we've not had the Black Shrine. But we do have a great 2-drop. We probably don't want to use it just yet. And a couple of 3-drops. Oppo goes first, so this is a weaker hand, but let's keep. I mean, we can't be mulliganing hands like this just because they don't have all of our favorite cards in, right? We do have to be able to use every card within the deck. Oppo's likely to have a 2-drop, and they do. It's a Walking Corpse. We hit the 3-drop. We hit the second land and pass. We've got a couple of good 3-drops, one of which blocks this corpse quite well. So what I might do here, I might let Oppo go in for 2. If they go for a 3-drop, we can probably bring it back to their hand. What does this do? At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, a return from the graveyard. Sacrifice it, draw a card. Interesting. I probably just get rid of it just to kind of keep my own momentum here. Beautiful. So that gains prowess. I think I'm going to put down the blocker first. Couple of options. So the rousing reed would help us block against this as well. Ooh, it looks like they're targeting that. Is it the double black card that we have 2 of? See how... Okay, they play that down anyway. See how heavy we are on... Ooh, lifelink. Nice. Okay, so another good blocker. However, having said that, I want to be drawing cards here. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. I mean, I think in all honesty, because they've got quite a lot of like 1/1s and such, I'm going to be playing down another blocker and passing. So now we are behind on mana. Let's get into some of our good cards here. I think stabilizing the board is just as important as drawing cards. When we're at kind of this much mana, so say for example we had 4 mana, and if we had a 2-drop in hand, then I think it would have been worth the gamble with the Rousing Reed as a means of potentially drawing into another mana source which would allow us to play the 2-drop. So yeah, looks like they've got a target. They did have the Grasp of Darkness. We kind of called it. Okay, so they're going in with the Ghoul. Interesting. I think I'm going to block here, just because this dying means that we get another blocker for that next turn, and we don't have to kind of sacrifice one of our kind of more substantial creatures. Bearing in mind this can pump to a 4/4 next turn, so... Yikes, really? Paris doesn't really cut it for me, in all honesty. I mean, very weak. Okay. Let's hit this in. Sacrifice it, draw a card. No attacks. Then we let them hit for 4. Try and get into our finishing blow. Or try and make it so that it's pointless them attacking, in all honesty. I think Oppo's going to go in with this anyway. They're going with both. Interesting. And as such, do I put them off? I put them off attack. No, I mean, because they're going to use the turn either way, right? Okay, Light's going for 4. We go down to 11, so we will have to block next turn. But next turn we will have another blocker down. It'll mean it'll be a 1-for-1 trade. So that's not too bad. But this is our biggest test yet, and it's not a test of the decks, it's a test of not having the mana. I mean, we've got this big 7 source here. We can't get it out of our hand in any way. Oh, it comes back automatically. I didn't realise. Okay. So, now we get the Protege down. It gives us a double block here. So, do we take... Wow. 48% chance to draw a land. They're playing with the dog. Second Grasp of Darkness. Interesting. I think they're going for 3. So I was expecting them to go in for 3 anyway. So I'm going to let it happen. But... Fetid Imp. Really? Yikes. I mean, what are we supposed to do here, in all honesty? I mean, the Sanctum can come down. Oof. Wow. We'll have to pass. Nothing we can do. Absolutely nothing we can do. We've got mana screwed here. If Oppo's got another removal spell, they probably win. So we have to block this or we die. Oppo pumps. Does 5. That comes back from the graveyard. Finally a land. However, the land just doesn't cut it for us. And we lose. We lose. All Oppo needs to do now is attack him, but a 3rd Grasp of Darkness. GG's, Oppo. We're going to give them that win. And hopefully on to the next game. Wow. Painful, painful, man. Okay, so we're against Bob the Rock in round 4. Won the first 2 games and lost the third. This is a really interesting one. A couple of 3-drops. The Sky Scanner helps us to get into more mana, and we are on the draw. This is actually a really good hand if we get 1 more mana. Do we fall for the same mistakes as last time? I think we keep. I think we keep. I mean, we can't let one match dictate how we approach all the other matches. Okay, crash through. There's the land. If we have this, you know, we're excessively happy, right? So I think this was a good shout. Let's see. So they go for the mud. They've got all the nice art, can I say? And we have to pass. So next turn, what do we do? Do we go for the Singer? Second? Whoa, wow, a Bolt Hound. What's the difference? Oh, that pings, and this one has haste, and what does it do? Gives another creature +1. Wow, okay. I'm going to go for the zombie. So we've got a couple of blocks here. Arcanist. These Prowess decks are, really are kind of going for it, aren't they? Ooh. We managed to stop any attacks, which is really, it's kind of strange in all honesty. Right, so, having said that, what do we go for? Do we go for the Rousing Reed to make this really unblockable? Draws 2 cards. Next turn, we ideally want to be playing 3, don't we? Attacking him with that. We can use this as kind of fodder. But this is just a nice little, I don't know. Interesting. I can actually take this down, which could be quite fine, right? Or we could just use it as a blocker this turn and then take it down the turn after. I think that's a better play. Let's go for the Sky Scanner. Hopefully draw into another land. Black if possible. Nice. Shame we can't play the Sanctum down this turn. Oppo pings us for 1. So we probably give the Sky Scanner up to the Riddle form. Oh, they use it to scry, which is quite good. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, 1 to the bottom. Okay, so do we get to survive another turn? Got a mana there. We do. Excellent. So another black mana. Interesting. We've got quite a bit of removal now. A part of me thinks I actually like this keeping up the Grasp of Darkness. Or do we put the pressure on with this and the Rousing Reed? Kind of almost like starting the pressure. Okay, so let's put it on there. We draw 2 cards and discard 1. Not entirely sure why I actually want to discard. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we do need that 6th mana source. I'm going to discard this. Although we would like the 6th mana source to actually be a black card, just in case we do get the Massacre win, which would be excellent on this board, can I just say. Okay, another side from Oppo, perhaps? One to the bottom again. Oppo's looking for something big here. Got plenty of removal. Another mana source. Another Arcanist, okay. Okay, so finishing blow in case they do have anything that's kind of really big. I almost like keeping up the, I almost like playing this down and keeping up the grasp. What do we think about that? Play this, oh actually, got a couple of, now let's play this down, keep up the grasp, and then it kind of artificially puts the emphasis on Oppo then that they actually have to start doing something, because we're going to be dealing 2 damage a turn. We're going to be drawing into our kind of really good things, and this is the position we want to be at. Oppo pings us for 1. Nice. Remember, this does gain his life as well. Start of turn scry, perhaps. I mean, this scrying is really important for Oppo. You may have it. So let's see if they actually ever do turn it into it and not attack. So oftentimes when people are playing the game, sometimes they make decisions and make moves thinking it doesn't have any consequences. Obviously, in this instance, it would have a consequence. Okay. Pass. Use the double black. I don't think we need to. I think if we play down the Stinger next turn. 1, 2. My turn? Interesting. Valid. We'll draw those cards. Okay. I think we get rid of the island. We'll try and keep up as much kind of good stuff as we can. Play out the Stinger. Keep up the double black. Nice. And I'm going to try and lure them into attack with the Sky Scanner. Like, see if they want to eat it up. No. Okay. Sometimes Oppo might have that kind of like little... because they've got 3 mana, they could have kind of like an Opt or something like that. Megalodon. Never attack. So it's hexproof, right? We kind of don't want them to have that. Gives it prowess. Black mana. Yeah, we're gonna draw. We're gonna keep drawing. Capture Sphere looks good. Discard this. Okay, so let's go for. I mean, they've got enough mana to get this, right? So Proteage. And I think I go Phalid. And do I attack with all, or do I keep kind of one back? I think I keep this back. Attacking with 3 though. Oppo pings us. Okay, so they do when it gets to attack, they get described. We've got some like things to throw in front of it. It's not the kind of be all and end all. Black mana. Okay, deal 2 damage. Beautiful. Draw 2 cards. Okay, discard the card. Fine by that. Fine by me. Right, so I think what have we got here? So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack in with these, and I'm going to hit the. I'm going to probably hit. Like it doesn't really matter, right? So we can block those. Probably hit the this mutt. Deals me 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't do enough damage here, so I'm going to just leave it to attack him. Beautiful, and we pass. So we've got a couple of options here. Depends what Oppo plays out, because they die if they don't gain life. They scoop. Nice. Bob the Rock. That was a great match. Thank you very much. Okay, so on to round 5. We're against Captain Knuckles. 3 wins, 1 loss. 3 wins, 1 loss. And this looks like a really strong opening hand for us, right? We're on the play. We've got a 2-drop if we need it, but like I said last game, we kind of want to preserve it if possible. We've got a couple of decent 3-drops. So, yeah, let's go for it. I'm not entirely sure what we'll play out just yet. Depends what Oppo's board shapes up like, because... being able to kind of hold the board state, potentially dealing damage to Oppo if a creature dies is kind of powerful. But then again, on the flip side of that, there's also the ability to be drawing cards. So, okay, so we start off with an island. Say go. Oppo with the Swiftwater Cliff. So we don't know whether or not they are kind of splashing or not. Substantial rate's being kept up. Oh, a second Swiftwater Cliffs. Wow. And the Wall of Ruins. So we don't care. We don't care too much about the Wall of Ruins just yet, I don't think. I don't think we do anyway. Okay, so my turn. Double black's nice. It would deal with that. But first of all, let's go for the Cage Zombie. So we're kind of halfway there to getting our Massacre Worm out. Teferi's Tutelage. Now that is a card and a half. This is going to be quite troublesome for us, in all honesty. And we might even find ourselves using the Grasp of Darkness here. Okay, having said that, let's go for the Browsing Reed. Draw a couple of cards. I think we ditch. I mean, this could be really powerful on this, right? Let's ditch the Protege here. Okay, and attacking for 3. Kind of got to race this, right? Because we're going to get milled. There's our black mana going for the Massacre Worm. We need 1 more mana. It doesn't matter if it's black or blue. Kind of feeling like I have to return this to their hand. Wow. Pressure's on. I actually feel the pressure here. 24 cards. No wizardry. They discard the Golden Wizardry. Interesting. Nice. Okay. That's our freebooter. And the key removal spell for us. This doesn't really cut it, I must admit. I mean, it gains his life, deals damage to Oppo. I think let's return that to their hand. Keep Grasp of Darkness. Okay. And attack him. Could have Opt here. Don't have Opt. Well, they would have used it. Capture Sphere's gone. 17. Okay. Wall of Ruins. Allows them to scry. But it's not insignificant. Next turn, I kind of feel I want to play out the Glide Master so that we have the opportunity to make Massacre Worm fly as and when. Okay. The Arcanist. Megalodon. In life. Okay, so let's attack. We'll just deal damage, but I think attacking is better, right? Ah, no, I can't deal damage because I have to do a couple of things to kill them. What are they looking at here? Really? Does it keep this up? I keep it up. Okay, rock hard. Interesting. Yep. All that land's going. Mills us again. We go down to 12. I mean, Oppo's on a 3-turn clock. We don't know what turn clock actually we're on because Oppo gain life. That's going to be the tricky one. That's going to be the crux of the argument here. Or vision. Whenever your first instant sorcerer spell, copy that spell, you may have new targets. Okay. Ooh. Yikes. This is where I'm gonna wish that I actually had I'm actually gonna wish that wow. Yeah, that's good. They get to Miller's for what, 8? And we lose? No? Yeah, hey. One land left in the deck. We can't play this because it just mills us, right? So we're never going to be playing the Megalodon. No, we can't do it. We literally can't do it. Oppo mills us for 2. If they've got any card draw spell, we just lose. There's our land. We don't get the Mystical Worm, which was our kind of last out, okay? Because we could potentially have dealt another 2 damage, 3, 4. Potentially we could have done it. But yeah, this is just awesome. GG's, Oppo. GG's. I mean, what can we do? Yeah, they know. They know. What else do we actually have? Skeleton Archer. Shock. I mean, if you can pick this up, Double Vision, within this kind of Prowess deck, it's okay, interesting. So we're going to actually grab the Skeleton Archer here and ping this down, which would have been quite funny. Yeah. I mean, things done for 1. Skeleton Archer in for 2. And I wish we could just show them the bombs that we had in our hand. And GG, and they win the game the turn after next. What can we do? What can we do? Yikes. Okay, so against D'Amato, EXP. Round 6. 3 wins, 2 losses. And those losses hurt. They hurt so badly. We definitely keep this. We've got a 2-drop into a really good 3-drop. Rousing Greed as well for card draw, which will help us move towards getting that Megalodon down. So we're also on the play. So at the minute, things are looking up for us, but we saw how quickly things went downhill in the last game. Again, it looks like we're going to be against the Prowess deck, and nothing we can do about that. Prowess decks really do seem to be really powerful. Oh, wait, no. Boros. Okay, interesting. Chandra's Magamut. Interesting. So the question here is, do we go into more, or do we just start hammering away with the Grasp of Darkness? Actually, having said that, we could race Oppo. We could race Oppo, draw into something more. I kind of like that as just like kind of a better use of our mana. So let's go for that. 2 black mana. Interesting. I mean, I kind of like all of these cards. So having said that, I think I'm just going to get rid of 1 swamp. Attacking for 3. So keep up Grasp of Darkness for if they play something slightly bigger next turn. A Bolt Hound. Okay, so they're going to go in for quite a lot. We couldn't have seen that coming, sadly. Okay, the Procharge. So the Procharge is quite nice, as it allows us a ground blocker. Still nothing kind of massive for us to use the Grasp of Darkness on. I'll put it down to 14. Next turn, we kind of want to be going... Wow, really? Hitting us for 6 here. Oh, wow, no, they're hitting us for more than 6. Yikes. In which case, then, I kind of have to block this to preserve a little bit of life. Other creatures. Wow. Unexpected. Must admit, unexpected. Now, do we do this or do we kind of play this down? I mean, this would be really good if we get another black, but it's very dependent. Okay, so as such, I'm going to play down a Phalid. And I think I'm still going to attack him. We could be getting greedy there. Golgars are weird. But hopefully not a shock. If Oppo is a shock here, I mean... Okay, beautiful. I was going to say, if Oppo hit a shock there, then they would be doing lots of good things. Grasp of Darkness and attack? think maybe Sky Scanner. Keep up those draws. And pass. Happy to give up both of these here. We might need to take the battle to the ground. Devils. 3 devils, 3 damage to any target, remember. Interestingly, we could bump up the Sky Scanner into a decent blocker for something. Kind of like that. All the time trying to dig for that second black. Yikes. Okay, so what do we drop here? I mean, Megalodon, it's our kind of only saving grace, right? We've got plenty of removal. I think we drop this and we hold back. Let's see what Oppo tries to do here. Ogre. Oh god, you're weird. So actually, if we are able to, I was going to say, if we are able to get into the Massacre Worm, we're in good shape. Alright, so Sanctum comes down. And we pass. Let's do attacks. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't... Oh, wow, what an idiot. Pass the blocks then. 2. 3. 3. We die. We literally died from this. Wow. Oh, Burn Bright as well. I mean, we were never winning, but... Mana again? I mean... I'm a little bit annoyed about that one. I should have done more. Okay. So what did we learn from those games? I mean, these Bolt Hounds, the last 2 surviving creatures, and they're things which we could have dealt with a lot earlier. It's not just one extra thing they pump up; it's the whole board. So I think we should definitely have been a lot cleverer about that. We made some very kind of pivotal mistakes there. That kind of Havoc Devil or whatever it's called is actually big game. It's very meaningful, especially when you get to the later game where you can just ping that extra 3 damage in. Now, Oppo didn't need that. However, it's something that they did have to use. What else have we learned? Safari's Tutelage. I mean, great card. It really did kill us. And they only had 1. Remember, in the last draft, we had 2. And when we're kind of looking at our own deck, would we have made any changes? So I do like the depth of removal. I like the variety of removal. One thing we need to remember is when we draft heavy removal, we can very much use that early doors. In terms of the shrines, we probably picked up the 2 best shrines. So the Stonefangs and the Calm Waters. Calm Waters really did get us there in kind of game 1 or game 2. I can't remember which one. But Stonefangs actually allows you a little bit of freedom. It allows you that extra attack in sometimes, knowing that if Oppo deals 2 damage to you, you're going to be able to recruit one of those and deal an extra damage to them. It almost kind of puts them on a very kind of finite clock. Skeleton Archer, we didn't really see it. We only saw it kind of once. Unsubstantiate is a really good card. Massacre Worm is fantastic. The Megalodon probably a little bit pricey, but when it hits the battlefield, I mean, Oppo can't really do anything about it. Capture Sphere, great as ever. Tide Skimmer, probably not the best deck for it, but these kind of 2-3 power creatures, so the kind of Tide Skimmer, the Proteasias, Cage Zombie, they're really, really good. There's lots of creatures that have 2 power in the set, and so I think kind of prioritizing them in the future is going to be really beneficial for us. But yeah, I mean, we also didn't get to use it to its full potential, and neither did we the freebooter. But yeah, I think I could have played a lot better. There was a game where we got mana screwed. There's a game where we got flooded. And that last game, wow, I just completely underestimated our opponent. But we're living and learning, and we are getting through. And hopefully, I think this Dimir control shell is good enough. it might not be the kind of be all and end all. It's probably not as good as the either the blue-red Paras or the blue-green kind of creature token decks. But I think it can get there with a little bit of tweaking, a little bit more mastery in the actual play. So I'm going to leave it there. I've been Ardeen on behalf of iGaming, and thank you very much for the likes, comments, and follows on YouTube. It's always greatly appreciated. Make sure to catch the links below for our Patreon and Twitch pages. It'd be great to see you catch us a live stream. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll catch you later.